Andres here, and we are back with another rapid fire video, and we're talking about King Diamond. I decided to do rapid fire, doing him in 3 sections. I have the Roadrunner section, which is Fatal Portrait to the Eye, and then I picked my favorite album of King Diamond's in the 90s section, where he was working a lot with Mercyful Fate, so that's Spider's Lullaby to Voodoo, and then my favorite album in the 2000s, so that's House of God, to this guy here, Give Me Your Soul Please. So the first section, the Roadrunner section's got Conspiracy as my favorite. This opens up with At the Graves, absolutely breathes this heinous vibe with this sinister intro, and the lyrics really come to life, and paired with the musicianship and masterful composing that really create this spooky sort of carnival tone. There's a lot of consume in this track because it's 9 minutes, but it really flows nicely, and there's a lot to really hear, and it goes by quickly though, that's for sure. Sleepless Nights though is one of the most brilliant timings that I've heard from a King Diamond song. It's so hooky and sporadic. The drums really accentuate this song. Mickey D, he's a hell of a drummer. I love what he does on this album. But I also want to talk about the 3 parallels on this song. It sort of rises with tranquility, then you get some fiery moments, and it all builds to this sort of mystery at the end of this, towards the end of the song, which I really like in this one. And before I visit to the dead, this guy's going to show you a bit of the comic that comes with Conspiracy. A Visit from the Dead starts with whimsically these 2 children sort of playing in fields. That's all a lure to this mystical realm of an apparition. I really find the riff, between the riffs, the melodies, and King Diamond, they really create this sort of hypnotic beauty in this track. That's what I really love about it. It's more relaxing at times and almost pleasant, which is odd for a King Diamond song. And then we go on to Victimize, which is just a technical adventure. I love the swirling and luminous sort of keyboards paired with King Diamond's banshee wails in this one. I love all the certain spots where the rhythms hit with the snare, and sometimes in the with the solo notes the snare hits as well. Really unique. It just really punches home, and I feel like that's a bit of a writing style actually of Andy LaRock, the way he does things. He's very exceptional and does these types of things. So check out Victimized if you want to hear some technical stuff. Then on to the next section, we got Voodoo is my favorite album. This has this eerie introduction, then erupts with quite possibly one of the heaviest King Diamond tracks, Lower House. This is this grinding main riff and drums that just punch home intensity, and I love the abrupt 20-second sort of lead that segues towards the end. It's so random, but so pleasant and nice. It's something that I guess a guitarist or somebody who loves melody would really enjoy, but I really enjoy that part in Lower House. One thing I really want to mention is I really like how the story evolves methodically from the title track Voodoo to The Exorcist. I felt like the lyrics really burst from the pages and create the visuals, like the deeds that Salem commits, and you really feel like within each song the chapters come to life. You really feel like it's growing on you, and I think that's a great attribute to Voodoo. And my favorite song in that section is Sending of Dead. That's a really solid one. I think you should check out in that section. And then we go on to the last, the 2000s to this album here. My favorite King Diamond of all, too, is this guy, House of God. This just opens up with this malevolent intro. The atmosphere is straight out of hell. Perfect intro for such a twisted tale. Then one of the strongest openers. I love the cursory in The Trees Have Eyes. It's so rhythmic, so you can miss a lot just because you get into the energy of the song, get into the flow, but the subtle keyboards and the rolling bass line are really groovy, and I love the unhinged drum tempos that sort of get you all over the place. It feels like you're being watched. Really like that opener. Then we move into the title track, House of God. This is some of my favorite all-time melodies, leads, rhythms, and solo work of all, not just King Diamond, of everything. And it just, all is melded so flawlessly together with the glowing keyboards and bass, adding this warmth of like a candle. Then you get King Diamond's angelic sort of falsetto harmonizing with the jeweled aura that is the rhythm and the bass and just the bass line and the bass drum, and just everything going all together. It just makes for a magical song, I want to say. A magical chorus as well. That actually I'm going to put down as a must listen is House of God, so I hope you guys check out that one. And I'm not sure if I've ever felt insanity brew like I did in the song Help. This, with King Diamond's vocals screaming more and more and the lead notes really hitting home, ringing like a circling demon, Help really feels like you're being brought into someone's insanity. And that is just some of the best King Diamond, song for conveying that I've ever heard. I really enjoy that. Then we move on to Catacomb. What I like about this one is the tempo fluctuation. I really find that it adds a lot of enhancing moments throughout. Little things in Catacomb really make a lot of memorable moments and really fill it with such depth. And speaking of like depth and adding a lot of character to a song, This Place Is Terrible is sort of the closing. He thinks this is terrible. Screw him. But anyway, This Place Is Terrible. I really like the pacing. I love how it allows the lyrics to be told and not get so cluttered. The song just sort of unfolds. The story comes to life as the song builds. I really love how this song allows that. King Diamond has sort of a Q&A part in this with who he's talking to, with the characters, and it really comes to life. Like I said, there's many intricacies that make this song so complex and so creative. There's a lot to listen to. It's great for a person who's really trying to dig deep. I know some of you guys out there love those types of songs. I've been going on quite a bit about King Diamond here. Tell me what your favorite King Diamond album or song is. I really enjoy doing these rapid fire series. Lets me tackle some of the bigger bands and stuff. I think that's about it. So until next time, folks.